live. Let's see. Okay, it says I'm live, so I'm going to text all the parents. Good morning. I am live early on YouTube.
Red or yellow, green, blue, purple, red or yellow, green, blue, purple, red or yellow, green, blue, purple.
In and
okay,
know you can
18.
view. All right, because hopefully
17.
All right.
16, 15.
Okay, and then we'll watch for parents. Okay. All right. It has been an eventful morning. Huh. We'll just be about 7 minutes early while I get our stuff stacked together. So this will be our first grade stuff. Watch out, please.
Okay.
Finish. You only have a couple left. Okay, and then these are yours for today.
I actually have 1, 2, 3.
These are yours for today.
But
Oh, wait. Long E. Oh, wait. I got these mixed up. Oh. I got the kindergarten first grade ones mixed in my pile here. Uh-oh. Roll. Because my originals have the purple writing on it. All right. Okay. Please finish, honey.
Okay.
I think this is the kindergarten one. Because this is
Easy.
well, it's addition through 10. Kindergarten. That's kinder. So those must be the first grade ones. Okay. Which means, oh, did you tear off? We did tear it off. Okay, so this is yours. That's yours. That's yours for today. Okay, so if you're done, these are what you need to finish yesterday. Oh, hello, Listas. You are on there. Hi, student. Yay. So you can see me okay. You can hear me okay. Volume's okay. Because this is literally my first time ever live streaming. So I figured I'd get on here a little bit early and just make sure everything was okay.
Hi, Kian.
Remember, we can't say names because of privacy and protection on the internet, okay? She's just really excited. Hi, everybody saying hi. We say hi back. So, but volume's okay. All right, we've got about 5 minutes. We'll give a couple minutes for more to get on. This is also how I'm taking attendance every day.
We are working
I probably should have mentioned that. Yeah. So I'm sorting out what kinder and first graders are supposed to be doing from the packets today.
And don't worry, it's the 17th.
Oh, and I have a special surprise. I was planning on doing this before everything had to close. So Lynn and I snuck out this morning and we'll show you guys. Awesome. Hello, Harder family. Yay. So we've got 3 of our first graders who are present. Awesome. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, this is the stuff for tomorrow. Okay. And we'll get our research journal ready. I'm excited for some of the days later this week that will be with our rainbow research journal. I'm still waiting for my books to arrive. They were supposed to be delivered on Sunday, but because of our weather, I got a notice from Amazon that they were delayed. And then I checked last night, and there was a notification in there saying that it should usually packages are delivered within a day if they're late, but if not, then I can go back and have them resend it. So the weather is better today. Yeah, Lynn's super excited with our kind of impromptu classroom setup. So, okay. Oh, you know what? Would you refill my water for me, please? Please and thank you. Water is very important. So we will be, so I'm really excited for diving into more of our rainbow research projects. And I'll check in with you guys on what you put with your K and W on the KWL chart. You can still do that. Okay. And we're still gonna make this work. Still gonna make this work. So have you guys dared going out at all? I have got a phone call from my car mechanic because I had an appointment to get the oil change and everything next week. And I guess with the mayor's announcement yesterday, they're like, we don't know if we're going to be open today. So Lynn and I had to rush over and drop the car off this morning. Like, yay, this is fun time. So, yay. All right, we've got 2 minutes. Are you ready? Because you're my special assistant. Sneaking potato chips. Oh, do you want to get the box of the special something so that we're ready? So remember, you are sworn to secrecy as to what it is. You are sworn to secrecy. You can't say what it is. Can't say. Not tell. My table is very wobbly. So if my face starts jiggling, it's probably the table. We're not having an earthquake. I promise. All right. I'm glad that this worked. All right. Luck on Tuesday, March 17th. Welcome. I'm glad that you guys were able to sign on. This worked. So we have been reading nightly.
My journal book.
A children's devotional, and since all of that stuff is at school still, I figured this will be our opening thoughts. And then Lynn has been upgraded to classroom helper of everything. So the one for March 17 is called Secret Agent Man. She had taken them up to the roof and hidden them under the stalks of flax she had laid out on the roof. Joshua 2:6. This is one of my favorite stories, and this is in the book Hiking with Jesus, a primary devotional by Jim Feldbush. Some of the words are kind of tricky, but for the most part, Lynn's been able to read it on her own. So we read it together. So yeah, it's a good reading level for first grade. Did you ever play spy? I did, and my 2 sons still love to. Hiding behind buildings, talking on walkie-talkies, and running away from the invisible enemy is so much fun. In today's verse, these spies were for real. God had sent them into the promised land to check things out. Soon, someone was after them. So they ran into a woman's house and asked her to hide them. She took them up to the roof and covered them with flax. Flax is a plant that stands 3 or 4 feet tall. So What was your height to the doctor? You were just a little over 4 feet tall, so probably about Lynn's height. I mean, these are huge.
Like maybe if I was like a baby, it would be like.
Well, it was big enough, and they would have been thick enough that they could hide people. People, even today, still make clothes from it. That's right, clothes from a plant. Very fine, long-lasting shirts, pants, and tablecloths are made from flax. Matthew chapter 6, verse 28 and 29 says that even Solomon wasn't clothed as beautifully as the lilies of the field. Jesus meant we shouldn't worry about our clothes or anything else. If God can show people how to make clothes out of flax and cover his spies with it, you and I should stay worry-free. God's taking care of us and covering us with the best clothes of all, his robe of righteousness. And that's a wonderful reminder, perfect timing with all the craziness going on. And I saw something on Facebook that I had to share. It really got me thinking. I'll have to find it. It really got me thinking about the attitude that we have in all of this. Coronavirus is sweeping through, causing panic. But let me shift your perspective. No sports to watch, no concerts, no stress of school right now, no politics. What if God is using this time of absence from worldly idols and distractions to seek him more? Be the church. And sometimes, and I've been through things in my own life where sometimes everything just gets stripped away. Everything gets stripped away, and it really can help us shift our focus and turn to prayer. As long as we do that, we will be in good hands, huh? Okay? All right, so why don't you say our prayer? Okay?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Thank you, God, for this wonderful day. Amen.
And thank you for protecting us. Thank you for the government officials and the health department who are trying to make all the best calls. Thank you for each and every family represented at our school, and however we are able to connect. Thank you for that. Still able to be a community and lift each other up. And please bless our day in your name. Amen.
Amen.
All right. So, question for you guys. What holiday is it today on March 17th? We talked about it a little bit last year. Today is, I'm watching to see if anybody types something in as a guess. Today is St. Patrick's Day. And a lot of Christians do honor a man named Patrick. He was very special to the country of Ireland. And one of my favorite things I love to share, he spoke a lot about Jesus and used clovers are very, very popular plants in Ireland. And as he was teaching about Jesus, the people were really struggling with this whole Trinity thing. How can you be three different beings, deities, but still one? This is really weird. So one thing he did, and this is why we went, and I would have gotten this. I really, really wish that we could have done this as a class. It was my plan in the back of my mind, special treat. He used 3-leaf clovers in Ireland to teach about the Trinity, to use a visual. There are 3 leaves as 3 parts as one person, 3 in 1, which is our Trinity. So we snuck out this morning to Doughboy Donuts to see what special decorated donuts they had for St. Patrick's Day. And they had clover-shaped ones. So how cool is that? So he would use the plant, that there are 3 leaves in 1 plant. And that's how he taught about God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. And then they were able to get it. So I just thought that's one of the coolest facts about St. Patrick's Day. And I wish that I could have gotten donuts for everybody. So it's okay. So that's my fun St. Patrick's Day moment. And Ben was asking me yesterday about leprechauns. Leprechauns are pretend and they're not real, but they are a part of the non-religious beliefs of the Irish people. They're very mischievous. So I was teasing her yesterday about how she's a leprechaun because they always leave a mess. Everywhere they go in her room, it always is messy. But I like sticking with the clover as a trinity. I think that's a really neat thing, and it's the reason why the Catholic Church made Patrick saint and why they honor him, because he spread Christianity throughout Ireland, because like many other countries, they don't all know about Jesus. And so our missionaries have to go out and share that. And people of the church would go out and they'd share and find the ways that the people in the area would be able to understand. And he helped teach a lot of people about Jesus. So we focus on that for St. Patrick's Day. All right. Okay, so yesterday, I gave a little assignment for our Rainbow Research Journal. I would like to know what things you guys wrote down in the K and the W of your KWL chart. What do we already know about rainbows? What's something that you told me, Lynn? What's something we already know about rainbows?
That they have not lots of good colors. Oh no.
How many colors do they have?
6.
They have 6 colors.
That's
they have a lot. They have 6 colors.
red.
What are those colors? You can tell your parents, or they can write, they can type it
Red.
in. Red,
Orange.
Yellow,
Yellow.
green.
Green.
I have the dark green, but she's doing a light green. Blue.
Blue.
Lynn's drawing them on the board. Unfortunately, the light's really bright. And then some people say it's just purple. Usually in elementary schools, we stick with the 6. But there are some times when you can see a rainbow and it kind of looks like there's 2 purples. One would be like a violet blue, and then one would be more of a true purple.
Do you have a violet blue?
I don't in the markers. Yeah. Hey, will you do me a favor? Will you turn off the kitchen light? We've got 3 very bright hanging lights that's coming in from this direction. I'm going to have her turn it off and see if that cuts down on the brightness of the whiteboard. Is that better, or am I too dark now? Because now I have just the one dining room light. Or was it better with the other lights on? Still can't really see too well. This is like the most open spot in our tiny little apartment for us to do all this. So, all right. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple or violet. Sometimes both.
Yep. I made a violet.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's kind of our magenta-y pink and kind of have that look to it. What else do you already know about rainbows? Yes, Lynn.
That they're beautiful.
Okay, they're beautiful. Okay, how about when I'm going to write they are pretty, which is a synonym, which is a word that has a similar meaning. Oh. They come after the rain. Yes. They come after rain. Okay. Yes. Now, when we were talking about 3D shapes the other day, we talked about a special 3D shape called a triangular prism, and how when you shine a light in it, it does something special to the light. And we didn't bring it. Maybe we can sneak over to the school after my car's back from the shop. There's a special R word we talked about, not reflected. Reflect is when something bounces back and is identical. This was a different R word that meant it gets split apart. Anybody remember? What?
Reflected.
Nope, not reflected.
Refracted.
Refracted. Yes. When the sun hits and light, all the colors of light together make white. Okay. And when it hits yes, refraction. Yay. And then it goes through a prism or through rain, like the water vapor in the air after rain. Sometimes there's still a little bit floating around in the atmosphere. That light gets refracted, and we see that in the form of a rainbow. So light refraction, that's the scientific explanation for rainbows. But we have the other explanation too. Okay, so light refraction. Okay, and since we've talked about the Bible story, what is the other meaning behind the rainbow?
Refracted.
Nope, the Bible one. The light refraction is the scientific reason for rainbows. But when we see a rainbow in the sky, we can go, oh, the light is refracting off of water vapor in the sky. But there's another reason for the rainbows. Remembers what that reason is. It was in our Bible story a couple months ago. Remembers that reason had to do with a big boat and lots of rain and animals. A promise, yes, a promise that all the earth will never get flooded, never to flooding again. Okay, awesome, yay. Okay, so that's probably about how much room we have in that K rectangle. So what were some questions? What do you want to know about rainbows? What is something you want to know about rainbows? Is there anything you want to know, Lynn? I'm going to need to write in that area. So can you erase that, please? She loves the multicolored dry erase markers that I bought because I forgot to bring some from school.
Hold on, I'm trying to be like.
What's something that you want to learn, that you want to know about rainbows? Lynn, what is something you want to know about rainbows? I need you to erase that so I can write our answers. Do we need another day to think about some questions?
I want to know if it has brown.
Okay, that is a reasonable question. Okay, I have to erase your dialogue bubble. Okay. Do they have brown? Remember, there is no silly questions with this. Okay, there are no silly questions. Any question that we're asking and wanting to gain knowledge from is still a valid question. I'm going to try and scooch this. I'm having my printer kind of hold up this whiteboard. Lynn tried to put a bottle of soap in front of it because it kept falling down. We were watching a movie yesterday and all of a sudden a big crash from over here, and the whiteboard came falling down. It was really scary. Okay, so what are some other questions that you want to know? And we can check in with this again tomorrow if that's something that you need to think about a little more. We can definitely check in with that tomorrow. Oh, where is the end of the rainbow? That is a wonderful question. Where is the end of the rainbow? That is a wonderful, wonderful question. Okay. All right. So if you guys can come up with a couple more, we'll check in tomorrow with that. Okay. And hopefully the books are here. Something else I wanted to bring up, something I saw again floating around Facebook. I'm in several teacher groups. I thought this was a wonderful community outreach project that we can also do for a Bible type project. All of our nursing homes are closed down. They're not allowing any visitors because the people, ooh, what is the rainbow made of? I love that. I love that. What is the rainbow made of?
Light.
Well, but we're going to figure that out with our books. So a challenge / project I wanted to put out to everybody. We can call this art. We can do this for Bible, whichever subject you guys wanted to call this. I would love it if each family, so even if you have multiple kids and they're in different grades, I think this would still be fantastic. Every day, make 3 or 4 cards, put them all in an envelope, and let's send them out to some of our nursing homes. They are not allowed any visitors right now because of this whole thing. And now that I'm remembering, I think it's that the you know what that's going on is a buzzword, and YouTube doesn't like it. So, I mean, my mom goes and visits her mom. She's in a skilled nursing down in Southern California. She goes a couple times a week. She is not allowed in there. A lot of states are saying only for end of life visits. So people that would normally get visitors, they're not getting any visitors. How sad. So I saw that floating around. I thought that is a wonderful community outreach that I think would be great for us to do. Build them up over a week, send them in, and then even over spring break. We technically won't be doing our online learning because it's spring break, but I mean, what a wonderful time to make as many cards as you can, put a different Bible verse on each one. We're praying for you. I mean, at least then they'll hand them out, they'll put them up. I don't know what they'll do with them. But I just think that would be great to kind of cheer them up. So that was an idea, a little challenge for you guys. So I don't know what Lynn's doing. I lost my assistant. All right, so let's dive into some quick instructions for the today's packet days. And then if you have any questions on, I think what I will do, because I'm noticing it's already getting into half an hour, that maybe I'll do the instructions and things for the kindergarten ones in a separate video. Although since we have all first graders in the chat right now, I'll start with the first grade ones. So, are you listening to your directions? Lynn's coming in here with one of her coloring books. You can do that later after you finish today's pages, okay? All right, so for our math one today, it's the let's count. Now this one looks super simple, but I saw this and I was like, this is gonna be fun. It's skip counting and counting on. So you have a code here that a clover represents 1 and the hat represents 5. And if you look at it really carefully, there are 5 clovers on the hats. They're kind of grouped together that way. So to practice, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and write a 7, but then they mix them up. So I would recommend starting with skip counting the largest number, which for this page is 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then you count on 26, 27, 28, 29, and then you'll write the total in the box. Okay? All right, I need you to put this away, please. Okay? I haven't had my water this morning. All right, then our counting gold coins. You've got some numbers here. They want you to put the numbers in an order. Each pot has different directions. So you have to read the directions. So look at the number on the coins in each row. Put them in order from least to greatest and greatest to least. So this first pot says least to greatest. And you've got 6 numbers. So one set of numbers will go in each one. So it looks like our smallest number, we need to look at the tens place first. We've got a 12. So your number 12 will go in that coin. Okay. Then that one's greatest to least, least to greatest, greatest to least, least to greatest. You have to read each pot for the directions. Okay. All right. Word problems. And all of our first graders and even kindergartners should remember our questions. You have to read the question and figure out what do you know? And we've always underlined what do you know? Figure out what do you need to know? Make a plan to solve and then solve. And first grade, don't forget your labels. How many of what are you answering that question? Okay. Jenny found 5 4-leaf clovers on Monday. She collected 8 more clovers on Tuesday. How many does she have all together? So we would say, what do we know? We know that Jenny found 5 4-leaf clovers on Monday. So I've underlined 5 4-leaf clovers in my neon pink because that's the color pen that Lynn picked me today. And we know that she collected 8 more clovers on Tuesday. Did we gather all of our information? Is there any other data or information that we need? I don't think so, because then we go into the what we need to know, which is almost always the question. How many does she have altogether? So what we need to know is how many clovers does she have altogether? And that key word will tell you what operation you're doing. In all, altogether, how many now are going to be keywords for addition. Okay. What is the difference? Sometimes how many are there now is also going to be hints for subtraction. Okay. So altogether tells us our operation is addition. So then I'm going to go down, I'm going to write 5 plus 8 equals blank. And I know that 5 plus 8 equals, this would be when one particular student, I'm not supposed to say names, but it starts with a K, would tell, or a D, would tell me the answer right away. 5 plus 8 is 13. So I would write my 13, but 13 what? First grade, don't forget your labels. What are we adding together? We're adding clovers. So there are, or she has 13 clovers is your full answer. And we're going to have to find a darker color pen because the neon pink just isn't showing up. Okay. And then it wants you to fill in down here. It wants you to show your work. Thank you, Lynn. So 5, the circle is for the operation, plus 8 equals 13. Okay. Now that shows up much, much better. Okay. So that's our word problems. And doubles plus 10 more. Okay, so you've got a doubles addition problem, and then you're going to take that sum and you're going to add 10 to it. Okay, That one's pretty fun. All right, that's the math for today. I'm getting a lot of text messages. Hopefully they're having... Oh, did we miss something? No, you didn't miss anything. I got on here a little early. It's okay. And as far as from what I understand it from other YouTubers that I follow that do live videos, it should save and upload within an hour or two. So it will be available for replay. That's one of the reasons why I chose YouTube as the platform. We very easily could have done Zoom. And Discord is another app that I've communicated on. But I really wanted it to be available for you guys to watch later. And as far as my understand, there isn't another platform that will save it. So that's, and a schedule. Yes, I agree with that. Now that I can live stream, and I also would like feedback from you guys too. Is 10 o'clock a good time, or is 9 o'clock a better time? Let me know either in the group text or here, 9 or 10 sometime in the morning. I hope you guys are all using a schedule. I did see one of those in one of my teacher groups. I am more than happy to type one up that will keep us within the school hours for this week and the week after spring break, that we will be doing online learning, and I can email that to you guys. I can put it in a Google Doc. That will include a recess time. Lynn and I decided yesterday that before we would live stream, we would go for a walk around our apartment complex because it's gated. And then I got the call from the mechanic. So at 9 o'clock, instead of going for our morning walk around the complex, we ended up taking the car to the mechanic. So, but we plan on doing one in the afternoon anyway, so we can go and get our mail shortly after the mail has been delivered. So, and of course it's weather pending, but bundle up, wear an umbrella. I also saw something, I think the parents will find this very interesting, the 1918 flu pandemic, way back when, 100 years ago, they had a flu that nearly wiped everybody out too. And they found that fresh air and sunlight was the best environment for treating the patients. The patients they treated outside, because their little hospital tents were full, they were putting beds outside, those patients recovered faster. So going outside and getting some fresh air, going for a walk, we're not banned from doing that. They just don't want us going to the mall. So some tips there. And so, yeah, I'm in like 5 different teacher groups on Facebook. And so lots of teachers have been sharing lots of different things. It's been super helpful. All right, so the first grade literacy one, we've got long vowels. Again, yesterday was A. This one is for E. Remember that the E at the end, or if it has one next to another vowel, like EA, whichever vowel is first is going to say its long sound, which is the same as its name. So if there's an E at the end, or if there's a vowel team, which is when 2 vowels are neighbors. Okay, so that's going to be that page. Okay, and then we've got a fill in the blank. Okay, and you've got a word bank over here, so it's the similar word shapes to fill those in. Okay, and boxes to check off the words when you use it in a sentence. Okay, and then find the hidden digraphs. Reviewing our digraphs. TH pretends to be a snake. CH pretends to be a train. And SH gets bossy. Shh. Shh. So that's how our little clues to help remember. So you've got different digraph words down here. As you find them, put them in the column for that digraph. Okay. All right. ABC order for each section. Okay, so you're going to look at the letter that comes first in each one. I see clover. I don't see any other C word. So that means that clover is going to go in that number 1 spot. Okay, and I'm going to put one line through it so I see that I've written it. Okay, and then what letter is going to come next? Ooh, is it G or I? Is it G or does G or I come next in the alphabet, Lynn?
No. Yes.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We say G first. Are there any other G words? I don't see any. Okay, so we're going to cross off green and we're going to write that there. So you'll keep going around. If the letter is capitalized, please capitalize it. And we're being careful of where the letters are in the tree house. Only the first letter of a proper noun or the first letter of the first word in a sentence is capitalized. All the other ones should be lowercase, okay? All right. And then conjunctions. These are words that are connector words, okay? So we haven't really talked about this too much, so I really wanted to give some directions on here. So, and I just used a conjunction. It connects 2 short sentences. Okay, so I want you to read the sentences. He wanted to play outside. It rained. Well, that would be kind of choppy to read in a book. So how can we use a conjunction so, and, but, or to connect those 2 sentences? Okay, maybe I can't, it's all in it's reflected, so all the words are backwards. I'm not that talented of a reader. He wanted to play outside, so it rained. He wanted to play outside, and it rained. Yeah, let's read all the options, though, to make sure we find the one that's the best fit. He wanted to play outside, but it rained. He wanted to play outside, or it rained. So and or don't make a whole lot of sense. Those sound kind of funny. I like and or but. So I'm going to read them again with that option because I've got 2 choices now. At least I've narrowed it down from 4 choices to 2. He wanted to play outside and it rained. Now that I think about it, that sounds kind of weird too. That's fine. Let's read the other one. He wanted to play outside, but it rained. That one makes more sense because it makes it seem like he wanted to play outside, but he couldn't. There's another conjunction because it rained. So you would write, he wanted to play outside, but it rained. And it would be all muddy. Yeah. Okay. And this one, I think you're only using them 1 time each. Okay. So you read them, pick the conjunction, and then rewrite it with the conjunction in there. Okay. And our writer of the parent group might disagree with what conjunction we put here. Okay. So I'm going to cross out but, and because I've used that, there are 4 sentences, 4 conjunctions, so it looks like you're only going to use them 1 time. Okay, and again, we're watching where the letters are in the treehouse. Okay, mixed up sentences. Lynn was a little confused by the one that was in yesterday's packet, so I want to take a little bit more time to explain this one. These sentences are all mixed up. It's kind of like when we unscramble words. Okay, so please do not start writing until you figured out what order they should go in, because that's what she did with a pen, and it caused some stress. Please be using pencil, unlike what I'm doing. I'm using pens that you guys can see. So we've got, for number 1, green. Oh, and I noticed a period after the word green. I color like the. I is capitalized. Yeah, it's a pronoun. And pronouns like I, we're always going to capitalize, but there's no other word that's capitalized. So what I could do in my pencil that you guys are using is you can write I, because I think right now that that's going to be the word that goes first. And maybe cross that out so your eye can see that you've used that word. And I think green is going to go last because it's followed by a period. It's got some punctuation there. So color like the like color. I like color the green. No, wait. I the like color green. Well, color green sounds like those need to go together because color could be an adjective.
I like the color green.
Well, look at you. My little helper popped back in after tormenting poor OJ. I like the color green. Does that make sense? That makes sense. I like the color green. And don't forget that punctuation, okay? All right, so you will write. So it might take a little while for each one, but that's okay because you want to make sure that we get them correct, okay? So those are the two for first grade today, okay? And then we've got the sorting sounds. We've got long vowel sounds. This is the other one that's one per day. So we cut, trim, and separate, and then we're going to sort them if they have a long vowel sound or a short vowel sound. Do they say their name or do they say their short sound? Okay, and then you're going to use some of the words to write 3 separate sentences. Okay. All right, so then the kindergarten directions. We've got some add to 10. And you can use the hats as counters and manipulatives. So like if you've got 4 plus 2, then you would take 4 hats and put them in a group and then take 2 more and put them with this group and count how many you'd have together and you would have 6. So 4 plus 2 equals 6. Okay. That's what the little manipulatives along the sides are. Okay. Time by the hour. We're getting ready to do this unit with kindergarten. They already saw and overheard first grade doing theirs. So our time to the hour for kinder, the longhand points at the 12 to let us know there are 0 minutes that we've passed in that hour. And whatever number the shorthand is pointing at, that is what hour you have started. So here we see it's pointing at the 3. So you will take a crayon and not a pen like I'm doing, and color the 3 for this particular clock. Okay? Okay. And if we were able to do these in school, I would do our dot paints. But we can't do dot paints. I like using different forms of marking answers, and it's fun for the kiddos. Okay, so counting up to 20 is going to tell you what number you're starting with. This isn't as easy as starting with 1. So, and it tells you what number you're starting on and what number you should end with. Okay, and the highest you will go is 20. Okay, I'm going to know our numbers backwards and forwards. All right, and then the literacy for kindergarten. Yesterday we had short A words. Today we have short E, the eh. It's kind of stretching like we're smiling, much different than the nose wrinkler I, Okay, today's is It's like you're grinning, We make funny faces to make sure we're making the right sounds too. No. I don't know what that was about. Okay. So we're doing kind of our crosswordy skills here. So which word is going down? We have a picture of a bed. So that means in that top square, I'm writing a B, the middle square, I'm writing E, and the bottom square, I'm writing a D. Okay? I promise you that these are not backwards. I didn't write them backwards. B has a belly, D has a diaper, is what we've been saying to remind which one is B and which one is D. Okay, and we have a web. So I'm going to put a W here and a B here. Okay, and then number 1, go to blank. Number 2, a bug is in the, let's see, go to web. Does that make sense? Well, the other option is bed. Go to bed.
Yes.
Yeah, that's so on number 1, I'm going to write the word bed. A bug is in the bed. Oh, I hope not. Ugh. A bug is in the web. Yes. Okay, so then I'm going to write bed in the sentence and web in the sentence. Okay. All right. Sentence building. So Kinder's already doing this. They're going to cut, trim, separate, and put these words in the order I highly, highly encourage. Parents, do not let them glue the words down until they're in the correct order. That way they can lay them down and move them around until the sentence sounds correct or until you see that they've got it in the correct order. Okay. And a tip for them too, rainbow has a period, so that's probably going to be the word at the end. Okay. They've gotten some basics of punctuation. All right. And then CVCE words. We have a bike and we have a kite. So we're going to unscramble the words. The E's and the coins are going to go at the end, and then they're going to write it in a sentence. I rode a bike. I flew a kite. My bike is pink. My kite is blue. Very, very simple. Okay. All right. So those are the directions for the kindergarten and the first grade packets. So fingers crossed that my read aloud books finally arrive now that we don't have nearly as much snow out there. So, and work on your cards. So I saw that would be great about typing up the schedule. Yes. So I will work on that and I will email it to you guys. I'll have to try and figure out if there's a way that I can link it in the description of one of these videos. And just a suggestion, because even though we're doing online learning, I know you guys don't want to sit here on YouTube with me all day long. And a lot of these the kiddos can do independently. So that way there's still somewhat of a schedule and a break and, suggested time to do a snack. You guys tweak them to however works best for your family. So if I put in to have a snack at 9, it's probably because that's the time that we have snack at school. And some kind of a break from 9 to 9:30. What I really liked about the one schedule in particular I'm thinking about is it had like a free time in the morning with no devices. So like we got to be playing something. So, and that's great for kids, even of older ages. Let their imaginations go outside. And
play basketball.
I'm pretty sure that once we get a little further into this Rainbow Research Journal and start talking about colors and the color wheel, there's going to be a lot of, please, can I paint? Please, can I paint? So,
please, can I go on the iPad?
And that may be a no for some parts of the day. So I will go ahead and type one of those up and I will email it out to you guys. It will be in Google Docs because that's what I use. I can try and convert it to a PDF. Maybe that will be easier, that everybody can use that file. So yeah, that's about it. So have a wonderful rest of the day. It's supposed to be a little bit warmer today. So some time outside would be awesome. So thank you guys for sticking with me. There are, let's see, I see 1, 2, who is the third person that snuck on here? I don't know if I can see. I see a little symbol with people at 3 are watching. So I know that there's 2 of you who said something, or maybe I'm the 3rd person. Kind of weird. I know there are 2 families that checked in to say something. One of the other families said they were going to watch it later. Because again, this is how I will be taking attendance. So, yeah. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you guys for sticking with me, for your patience. And maybe what I'll be doing is separate videos for directions for the packets versus like our read alouds and our rainbow research projects, since it'll get kind of long with the read aloud and everything. We're already at an hour. So be safe out there, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay? Any other questions before we sign off? If anybody says, I think you guys have like a 10-second delay. If you send something, I don't see it for about 10 seconds. I think I'm supposed to link the no prep packets I sent home. I got off of Teachers Pay Teachers. They're created by the Moffitt girls. Wonderful resources that have been great for me to print out when we've had last minute subs and things. And our Rainbow Research Journal is made by a teacher. He's known as Mr. Greg from the Kindergarten Smorgasbord. He has wonderful resources. A lot of our site word things are from him, these research projects, because a lot of public schools, the little kindergartners have to do research writing. So that's how he does the standards for that. And I think it's a wonderful skill for kids to have, learn how to research. So yeah, so we've done a couple of those throughout the year. It looks like no other questions. So just shy of an hour. Have a wonderful rest of the day. I'm still available via text and email. Give me a call, whichever, if you have any questions on any of the pages. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Should we say 10 o'clock again? Unless via text message there is a consensus to meet a little earlier. So yeah, and I will schedule some live streams on here. And since you're subscribed, you should get notifications of scheduled live streams. So that will probably help you guys plan a little better. So yeah, thank you for being patient. I'll see you guys, talk to you tomorrow. All right, have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye.